Hello everybody and welcome back to NBA 2K25 here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex. My name is Sean and every Tuesday you can catch a fresh episode of Random Rosters here on the channel, so subscribe and ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Today we have week 2 action inside of the NBA. If you're new here, I've done a fantasy draft inside NBA 2K25, and every Tuesday we'll watch a handful of games and have some fun. To add an extra element of randomness, because NBA games happen across the week, I have pulled what is technically called a birthday. Whoa, God, no, close, please, I need this. It's called a Wheel of Birthdays, but I just canceled all of the options out and put Sunday through Saturday. So we're going to spin this, and then that will give us which day we're looking at, and then we will figure out where to go from there. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. This wheel is spinning. Hopefully it works. It is... Do we get a Monday? We got a Monday, which is actually the day that I am recording this video. So we got Monday, October 28th. And so we will go ahead and I guess just sim through the one day. I gotta actually remember what controller I'm using. So we can simulate through the date. Decline trade. Oh, Pacers pick up their first win. Okay, let's take a look at the daily view and see what kind of games we have today. We have the Wizards and the Hawks, which are teams that I don't believe we've seen. I'm actually going to pull that video up really quickly. Try to get some fresh teams in here. As many fresh teams as possible. So, oh, we have not seen the Hawks. Let me pull up a quick notepad. Notepad. 2K25 week 2. Okay. We have seen both. No, we've seen the Celtics. So we can kind of skip them. Let's get rid of that and get rid of that. Let's see if there are any really interesting matchups here. I think Wizards Hawks is a good way to start. We've already seen the Pacers. They didn't look great. 2-1, 1-2. Let's see, 3-0 versus 1-1. Nuggets and Raptors, I believe, are both new. No, they played. We saw. No, it was the Timberwolves. Okay. Nuggets Raptors. That's a good one. Bulls Grizzlies. That's actually a good matchup. I like that. I don't know about Rockets Spurs. Anything that's kind of like a cool, like high, like good teams. Oh, do we have? Let's see. Do we have a few matchups here that are new? Let's see. This is probably the part of the show that needs to be a little bit quicker. But that's part of where the randomness comes in. Okay, so I like Wizards Hawks. I like Pistons Heat's kind of interesting. I like... No, that wasn't it. Nuggets Heat. That's at least some new teams. Bulls at Grizzlies. That's right, Bulls at Grizz. I don't love Rockets Spurs. Jason Tatum's kind of an interesting pull, though. And then... actually, maybe we do that one. That's the only... Oh, I guess you could do Mavs, SGA. Oh, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum. You know what? I'm gonna go with a little bit of star power. We'll go Rockets at Spurs. There we go. Oops. I want to go to the daily view, and I guess all of that was probably in the wrong camera angle, but that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. We will begin by watching the Wizards take on the Hawks, game number 1. And we will play the game, but we won't be playing the game. And I admit we're using a little bit of star power. Oh, there's that. Let's see if I can... Alright. Welcome to State Farm Arena in Atlanta as the Hawks get ready to take on the Wizards in the first game of our set of games. I think ideally it's going to be 4, but if there aren't any interesting matchups, maybe we don't worry about it. I do need to figure out the NBA Cup. We'll be sure to follow that. What is that? Paul George, perhaps? We're getting kind of a long intro video here. I don't have enough fun facts for everybody. Here's the Atlanta Hawks' upcoming schedule, including the Wizards. Weird. The Kings with the King. Pelicans with Trae Young. And the Celtics, who we saw in episode number 1. There's your starting lineup. We have Malcolm Brogdon, Paul George. Okay, that's all right. Didn't want to read any of those names. Ooh, career record 9-32. Not great. Not great. Malcolm Brogdon. Home court advantage is a C+ as we get set for week number 2. The tip handled by the Washington Wizards. And a little pizzazz to start. I appreciate that, Mr. Brunson. Oh, and Brunson's going to take the tip. And he is going to score 3 immediately. Good start for the Washington Wizards. Brogdon. Oh, I thought there was going to maybe be a screen by number 13, but chose not to. Play goes back to Brogdon. Nice assist there. A little extra pass action. And it's 3-3. Ooh, special guest commentator. Interesting. Brunson for 3, but passes it out to Williams. Oh, and that's a beautiful find inside. Had the step on Jackson Jr. and jams it home. 5-3 Wizards. Oh, Jackson Jr. trying it on the offensive side. That is just a terrific defensive rotation. I love what Williams did right there. We'll get a replay on it. And thought he had the lane. Was able to get around and block the ball. It'll remain Atlanta ball. Bridges will take it in. He'll look for Brogdon, it looks like. No, he'll go to Thomas. Thomas, step back 3. He can't get it to land, and Williams picks up the rebound. So an excellent defensive possession as Ingram drives inside. Pulls up for a little mid-range jumper off the glass and through the nets. So these teams will be meeting again immediately, it looks like. Which I was looking at a couple of schedules yesterday. George in the middle and finds a nice layup. Didn't look like the smoothest transition there, but hey, a bucket's a bucket. But I was looking at a couple of NBA schedules the other day because I was kind of curious about, like, there's like, at the time of recording, I believe there are 4 undefeated teams. I could be wrong, but it was like Lakers, Celtics, and a couple other teams. But I was looking through kind of like, who do I think would lose first? And there were a lot of the back-to-backs against the same team, which I thought was interesting. Not always like a night to like a back-to-back nights, but just like it would be like, oh, like January 1st or whatever, and then January 3rd. It's like both Orlando. That's weird. A little running jumper there. Pajansky, I think is how they said that. A little double screen for Brogdon, trying to do a pick and roll, but Brogdon drives and steps back the free throw line. Hawks 3 for 6 from the floor. Wizards an unsustainable, I'd argue, 4 for 5. There's a nice kick for 3 and can't get it to go. Jackson Jr. comes away with the rebound, working with a little bit of pace, but Bridges slows it down. That'll be a good call on his part. Thomas, after Bridges calls for it, hits him. Ooh, if they could recognize that with Brogdon just a second sooner. Under 5 on the shot clock, Bridges, a little mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go. We're all knotted up at 9. Brunson drives inside and finds a beautiful little pass. This Atlanta defense does not look good. They definitely have the offensive firepower to work with it, but that Atlanta Hawks like little button-up shirt kind of looked like a State Farm shirt. Bridges on the wing, tries to drive inside, switches back. Ooh, That is a classic Ryan McComb move right there. Throw it with the one hand, looking to go with the other. George, with the shot clock winding down, throws it up and can't get it to go. Good defensive possession for the Wizards. That's a nice pass to Ingram, who buries the three in the corner. Push the lead out to 5. That's a beautiful pass. That's one of those, like, NFL passes where you get it up over the defender, but drop it in before the safety can come find it. Atlanta settling for a lot of mid-range jumpers over the last couple of minutes. George, 2 points on 1 for 4 shooting already, which is not what you want to see. Ingram fires inside, another beautiful feed. And it is 16-9, a 7-0 run. And a steal by Ingram on the other end. Oh, he's got him wide open. He was a little bit late on it, but it didn't matter. Collins was out of position. 9-0 run. Atlanta's got to get to the basket. Can't stop settling for these long stretches. They're using so much of the shot clock and so much of the, at this point there, in this situation, the game clock, and they just kind of have to rip something up. It's a nice find by George. If he's even, he's leaving, and he found the lane. Ingram from the logo. Couldn't get it to go. So the Washington Wizards end that quarter on a 9-2 run for a 7-point lead. Wow. And it looked easy for the Wizards offense. Look at these highlights. That might have been the most contested shot, and it was kind of incidentally contested. So at the start of the second, it'll be Atlanta Hawks ball, so a good opportunity for them to get the 2 points at the end of the first quarter. See if they can double up on those points. I always look at the Atlanta Hawks logo like it is on the left side of the screen. It looks like the Pac-Man logo to me. I don't know, it's a weird logo design. There's a nice find. Collins for 3. It's a wide open shot. You'll take that. I mean, you obviously you'd want to see the make, but I think you can live with the miss there. Brunson wide open. Don't really know why the defender tried to double team him when there was a guy wide open in the corner. Get the offensive rebound and are able to put it in to knock that lead back up to 9. Jones trying to drive inside. It's a 1-on-2. I'm going to call a shooting foul, which I was a little surprised by. Thought it might end up being a travel. That looked like a weird situation. But Jones will head to the line to shoot 2. Our first free throws of the evening. The first one is missed. Basket drops. And he goes 1 for 2 from the line. Hawkins driving inside. Back out. A little handoff to Brunson. Brunson's going to get a screen, moving to his right, driving inside. It's a nice find to Richards. Felt like either way that play went, they were going to get the points. Richards 8 points already tonight, 22-12, as a timeout is taken by the Hawks here. It looked like he was either going to have a clear lane to the basket, or he was going to be able to dish it, which is what he did, and got a nice easy basket. Have some substitutions here. I shouldn't need to... No, whatever. There's always one extra press of the X button that I'm not prepared for. See what the Atlanta Hawks draw up here out of the timeout. Jones getting a screen, and he'll stop and pop the three and splashes it home. That's a good play. Good play out of the timeout. Cut into the lead. We've seen some disastrous plays out of the timeout, so that is a positive. Kicks to Smith. Smith rattles it out. Thomas brings the ball back up the floor. Hands it over to Jones. Jones going to get another screen, kind of a double screen. Another wide open three for Jones, and Jones can't get it to go. Again, you loved the shot. I think you liked both shots, those previous possessions, even though they're misses. Brunson's driving inside, one-on-one, throws it off the glass, but a little too strong. Rivia comes up. Jones again with the ball, the three-point specialist. Inside to Jackson Jr. Tried to go high off the glass, but off the front iron and no good. These are the devastating stretches for teams like Atlanta who have really struggled in a portion of the game where you finally are getting some good defensive plays. You're getting pressure on the shooters. They're not able to get clean looks, or they're just flat out missing, but you can't convert on the other end. Yet another miss as we go up and down the floor. We see this a lot in the March Mascot Badness stuff as well. Just looking for a couple of buckets to cut that down to 1-2 possessions. Smith back out to Brunson. Brunson's going to have to just kind of throw up a three. That one rattles out. And Larivia comes away with it. Back to Jones. He's going to kick to Thomas. Thomas out to Collins. Swings it. Okay, there you go. There you go. There's a nice little make. And Washington will take a timeout. 1:47 to go here in the second. Quite a few trips up and down the floor without any points. And Atlanta finally breaks the drought. It's 22-12, so they've scored 5 unanswered. Good for Atlanta. Hunter into Ingram. See if Atlanta can make some adjustments here. It's been very easy for the first team for Washington to get points, and that was not a great example. Couldn't even get the sentence out of my mouth. Can they make adjustments? And it's Ingram easily going to the basket. Brogdon to Collins. Collins, clean look at a three, but can't get it to go. Smith Jr. comes away with the board. Ingram crosses. Ooh, that's a foul. A bit of a weird one. It looked like it was kind of a hard foul, but it just was an odd. Just looked like an odd animation. First free throw is good. You see a couple of changes coming for the Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards. Ooh, second free throw is no good. So 8-point game, 49 seconds. Brogdon to George. George for three. He hits it. And he's down to a 5-point deficit, and a good job to go 2 for 1 there. Pippen Jr. Kicking it to Ingram. Ingram driving inside. Oh, God. That was a circus shot. Thomas can't pick that kind of a foul up. It's his first personal. Free throw up and good. Pushes the lead out to 6. 2 for 2 from the line. Oh, Pippen Jr. picked his pocket. Defense to offense, and he got it. It's a big swing of points right there. George drives inside, gets the bucket and the foul. 29-22 with 2.7 to go. See if they can close this down to a 6-point deficit by the half. It's been all Washington here in the first half. Oh, there you go. A little Paul George action for the thumbnail, maybe. I've already used Atlanta as a thumbnail because it was a card pack pick video. The basket is good. Completes the 3-point play. Ingram, he'll take the final shot of the quarter again, and it's off the mark. All right, what sweet animation do we get here before we skip the halftime? It is 29-23. Washington on top. No. I don't want to skip it. Okay. Did we get it? Yes, it's a half-court shot. Let's go. Come on. Give me the half-court shot. Let's go! I love the drama. I love the drama. Come on. Get it. Come on. Oh, what was that zoom? That is unfortunate. Yeah, please give it up for the participant. Participant. One day we will see a make, and it will be incredible. Why'd they show that? Now, here's your Eastern Conference standings. It's early, but Wizards looking to make a move. Top performer, Brandon Ingram, 9 points and 2 assists. Paul George, 10 points and a rebound for the Hawks. 29-23. All right, we're back with third quarter action here. As we take a look at Paul George's highlights. Oh, there's a nice find inside. A bit of an errant pass there. Didn't look great. We've seen such good, crisp passing from the Washington Wizards. It's a little disappointing to see Atlanta look so loosey-goosey with it, but it gets the job done. It gets them off to a good start. I like that pass out of that situation by the Wizards. Ingram, little mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Thomas comes away with the rebound. And a great opportunity here for the Hawks, who have had a couple of their easiest buckets of the afternoon. And a quick 4-0 run cuts the lead down to 2, 29-27. But their defense, again, a little leaky in the middle. And we've seen that be a problem for a couple of teams. Gives up an easy 2. That's a little bit more what we've seen from the Wizards offensively. Lapses in Atlanta's defense or just incredible passing, leading to very easy buckets. Thomas thought about it, but a good closeout. We're going to try a similar play, but that time it's to Paul George, who buries the 3. And Atlanta is on fire to start half number 2. 7 points already this quarter. We're barely a minute in. Oh, okay. Paul George, good rotation there. Ooh, nice spin move. Oh my God, the spin move, a little hesitation. That's awesome. Now we're going to see a quick timeout from the Hawks, which honestly seems like a bad timeout. They were starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm. They were starting to get into a flow. It was a more the first basket of the half for the Wizards was a little bit more of the lapsed defense that we've seen from the Hawks. However, that second basket was just a really nice play. I don't think there's any reason to call a timeout there, especially when your team's already been flowing to the tune of 7 points in this quarter. Kind of feels like a momentum stopper there. Bridges working one-on-one. Jackson Jr. He buries the three, and we're all tied. 33-33. Fires in, and that one's intercepted. We're going back the other way to the Hawks. Driving, 1-on-2. It gets stolen away by Ingram. Fires inside to Bsky. Williams to Brunson. Sets up a nice screen. Oh, step back two. Long two. In and out and drops. George kicks from the free throw line, no good. I don't believe Atlanta's had a lead in this game. I think it was tied at 9, and this, I think, is the first tie we have had since that 9-9 tie. Ingram driving inside. Foul, but the bucket isn't good. Jackson Jr. picks up his first personal. First team foul. Washington's going to take a timeout. Teams really using their timeouts here in this second half. Ingram with a nice basket. Or a free throw. Oh, my headset must have died. It absolutely did. 35-33 as he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Halfway through quarter number 3, Brogdon's going to drive inside. Fights through the contact off the glass. A couple bounces. It's no good. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And then a little bit of frustration there with the foul call. There it is. $35 all. Okay, Atlanta, opportunity for the lead today. This trip down the floor, I should say. Jones kicks to Bridges. Bridges for 3. Rattles out, and it's back to the Wizards. Smith Jr. with a nice little play there. Washington Wizards, last in the NBA in assists per game, 7.5. They already have 10 tonight. George in the corner. One-on-one with, look like, Ingram. Bridges. And he'll get it to rattle home, and that is Atlanta's first lead of the evening. Oh, there it is. It even pops at the bottom. Thank you, Scorebug. I appreciate that. So with about 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the third quarter, they finally get a lead by 1. But do they give it right back? No. Jackson Jr. gets the rebound off the missed 3. Pushing the pace a little bit. George, mid-range 2. Rattles that home, and Atlanta riding 15 points from George. I believe George was the player that they highlighted earlier who was 1 for 4 with 2 points. Pretty early in this game, he's found a nice rhythm. As Washington cuts the lead down to 1 on that possession. Jackson Jr. Oh, Ingram, that's a beautiful read by him. Just got in front. Brunson with a bit of a weird angle to the basket, but still gets the contact. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. I don't know that I love the way that play developed. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. We're knotted up at 40. Brunson. Shoot the free throw, please. Buries both, and Washington's back on top. Jones working from the off the screen. They're going to try another screen. Just didn't really have a lot of acceleration there, but gets the friendly home roll. And Atlanta retakes the lead, 42-41. Brunson likely holding for the final shot. Thought number 9 was going to come up and give a screen. That'll be number 4's job. Brunson, I don't love the way Atlanta played that defensively. They pay the price for it with an open 3. It's Washington 42, Washington 44, Atlanta 42. We head to the 4th in a close one, but I'm a little surprised it's as close as it is. It's the 4th quarter. And Washington gets the ball to start. Pippen Jr. brings it up the floor. Screen set for Brunson. Nice find inside. And that is a really nice 5-point run right there. They get that open 3. They start the 4th quarter on a positive note, and it's a 4-point lead. Just like that. Thomas. He'll take the shot, but no good. Looked a little hesitant on the 3-point shot. I'd like to see a little bit more of the shooting in rhythm. Slices through the defense, but can't get it to roll in his favor. Thomas drives inside, lays it up. And that's a nice offensive possession for the Atlanta Hawks. Both teams have played pretty streaky today. Atlanta's done a great job to erase a 9-point deficit. That would be Washington's largest lead of the game. Atlanta's biggest lead is like 3. And that didn't last very long. Over 50% field goals for each team. As we see a timeout. 3:42 to go. Interesting that they went into Thomas there at the free throw line. Thomas didn't see 43 wrap into the basket. Bridges waiting for a screen set there. They'll take the 3, and he gets it. Felt like a play design that was a little luckier than good. Richards doesn't even bother taking the 3. Instead finds Smith. Little mid-range jumper just outside the paint. It's no good. Brogdon brings it up the floor. More players ready to check in for these teams' final stretches. Bridges kicks to Thomas. Thomas loses the ball, and Smith Jr. comes up with it. He's trying to drive the length of the floor, but the lanes are actually filled pretty well. Gets a nice friendly roll. The Wizards 8 points off of turnovers, the Hawks 0. You'll see an Atlanta Hawks timeout as they find themselves down 3. Wizards have 5 steals and 13 fast break points. What do the Hawks have out of this timeout? We're just trying to drive one-on-one. Tries to go underneath the basket, but can't get it to go. Nice block on the Wizards side. Thomas is going to have to just jack up a three. Ugh, that is not a good possession. It was a 1-on-3 under the basket or near the basket, and that was just not a good plan on his part. Washington comes back down the floor the other way. Scores an easy 2. As we hit the 2-minute mark, 5-point game. Well, mid-range jumper, no good. Brunson comes up with the rebound. Brunson drives inside. Looked like it was either a fake pass or it got tipped between him and the person he was trying to get it to. Either way, ends up with it and stolen by Hunter. Ingram on the other end, spins, flips, drops. That just might do it. That's another point. That's what? That's more points off turnovers, points on a fast break. 7 points with under 90 seconds to go. George goes high off the glass, but does draw the foul. Ingram's second personal. Paul George goes to the line to shoot 2. Oh, and he misses the first one. Second free throw is good. 6-point game. Brunson drives inside, lays up. This Atlanta defense is bad. It doesn't look good. George, for some reason, took a 2 at this stage in the game. Seems a little bit weird. You got to be a little more aggressive. Unless they've kind of decided to just punt this game and call it good. Brunson, up and in. And that basket should just about do it. Atlanta made it interesting, but they're playing weirdly here down the stretch. Can't be trading 2s with 2s, and now you're fouling. Just didn't feel like you were aggressive enough in time. Now they're not going to worry about it. Okay, all of this has been very weird. So Wizards will dribble out the clock here. Brunson hitting every button he can on the controller and knocks it down. Now the Hawks are going to take a timeout. This is a very bizarre stretch of time. It is on Hall of Fame difficulty. Stops and pops for 3, and that will do it. 60-52, your final score. The Washington Wizards pick up a nice road win. They got off to a good start. Weathered the storm where they let Atlanta back into the game, and Atlanta did a good job to get back into the game. But unfortunately for Atlanta, it wasn't enough. They just couldn't keep enough hotness down the stretch. And it's an 8-point victory for the Washington Wizards. Player of the game, Brandon Ingram. All right, let's take a quick look at the box score. Paul George had 20 points on 8 of 14 shooting. Brogdon looked good. 9 points on 3 of 3. Miles Bridges, excuse me. 3 for 5. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 7 on 3 of 4. Cameron Thomas was like the worst shooter on the team. Technically, I guess Zach Collins was the worst because he didn't make a basket, but he only took 2 shots, came up with a couple of rebounds. I feel like this is a better team than the result that we got tonight. We'll have to see how the Hawks do as we continue or work our way through. But the Wizards with a much more balanced attack. Brunson, 16 points in 17 minutes. Ingram had 13 in 15. And Nick Richards did an excellent job. Picked up 5 rebounds, including being a perfect 5 for 5. Or I guess I should say as well as being 5 for 5 from the field and scoring 10 points in only 8 minutes of action. And then Pazinski, I think. Pazinski, maybe? He was 4 or 5, had 9 points and an assist. 5 assists for Ingram and Brunson. This is just it's a really good Washington Wizards team in that game. Their passing was excellent. You could see it from the assist numbers. We saw some great passes over defenders' hands. It was a very good game. We are going to head to game number 2, which is the Nuggets taking on the Heat. Maybe we can watch some new teams. I definitely needed to write Raptors. Why did I write Raptors? Or Heat? What? And this is the game I want. I know it's the game that I want. I just wrote the wrong thing. Hold on, so I'll write Raptors. All right, who's on the Denver Nuggets? Anybody interesting here? Oh, Rudy Gobert. Former Utah Jazz man. I love the shopping music. Ah. Alright, get ready. Get ready. It's going to switch. We're going to get a very exciting... Clean up on aisle 3. Alright, here they are. Oh, do they have the city jerseys in this game? I should have put the Raptors in the City Cadets or whatever they're called. That's bad baseball. The city jerseys for the Raptors are incredible. Okay, we're making noise. D'Anthony Melton? Number 8. Al Horford. Trey Murphy III. Oh, Bam Adebayo. And who? Tyrese Maxey. Okay. Okay. "2K welcomes you to Toronto, where the 1-1 Denver Nuggets are taking on the 2-1 Toronto Raptors." That for some reason I wrote as the Miami Heat on my little notepad there, but it's fixed. Don't worry about it. Pinched nerve in the neck for Bane. He is day to day. Oh, yes. The Raptors mascot is here. Let's go. Give us another half-court shot. And there are the starting lineups that we just learned about. Key matchup, Adebayo and Gobert. Actually, quite like that as a matchup. That guy kind of looks like a vampire from Twilight. He looks like a Cullen. Home court advantage, only a C+. The Nuggets come away with the opening tip. Oh, and almost lost the ball. Did lose the ball. Good job by Melton to knock it away. Maxey inside. Oh, trying to get all kinds of fancy down there. Murphy thought about it, but I guess likes his matchup better with Gobert. One-on-one. Paint is totally clear. Maxey dancing along the baseline. Bandit, he's going to have to just throw up a 2. So it's a good start for the Raptors defensively. A nice job to knock away the ball and get a steal, but unfortunately unable to turn it into points on the other end of the floor. Very effective for the Washington Wizards at the previous game. Edwards steps back right around the free throw line and knocks down the long 2. Silent crowd here in Toronto. They get rid of those stupid looking... Oh, nice job finding Gobert, and they definitely did. They had the weird thing that looked like it was standing, but it was flat on the floor. The Raptors did on the ends of the floor. And I'm just glad that they're not there. Edwards with the ball. I feel like each of these teams have a couple of recognizable names, but not a whole lot going on. We've seen other teams with a little bit more star power. Throwing it up to Murphy. Murphy slows the pace down a little bit. Trying to work around number 23, but good defense there. Adebayo is going to come out and set a screen for Maxey. Maxey. Nice little mid-range jumper. Tyrese Maxey won. Most improved player last season. Congratulations to him. I hope you continue to improve. Good luck this season. Edwards for 3. He can't get it to go, and Adebayo comes away with a rebound. Oh, Melton, you got to kick that one more time. It's a nice three-point shot. We're going to get a quick timeout from Denver, because that was Bam Adebayo knocking down the long ball, I believe. I got so distracted with the open man in the corner. Markkanen, I believe, is who I think is Edward Cullen. Oh, the dance team. Oh, come on, get the Raptor out there. There's nothing I love more than getting them started and then, hey, nothing better than that. Show them some love. So Denver does take that quick timeout. We'll see what they can come up with out of the huddle. Markkanen over to Edwards. Gobert working one-on-one. This is your key matchup. Ooh, wow, forcing a very contested shot. Good job by Melton on Anthony Edwards. Melton going to drive inside. Oh boy, that was a late pass. Huge dunk from Bam Adebayo. My goodness. That was such a late pass. That would look like a mess. A moving screen? Illegal screen, which I guess we qualify as a moving screen. Whatever. It gets called on Denver. They'll bring in some subs. And it's a 9-2 lead here for the Toronto Raptors. Working quickly through the first quarter. I don't think Horford's touched the ball at all this game. Maybe try to get him involved. Oh, they tried to get the ball to Melton. Markkanen with a good job to get his hand on it, but just couldn't get the bounce to go his way. Feed inside to look like Schroeder there. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Please shoot the ball. 10-2 as Denver brings in some subs. Wiggins and Henderson. And another quick timeout. Wow. Denver has burned a couple of timeouts here in this first quarter. The Raptors off to a very hot start. 11-2. Make some noise. So Kessler. Henderson throws to LeVert in the corner. High off the glass, no good, and Adebayo. Just a swaggy bounce pass for no other reason than it can be. Adebayo spins. Nice little, is it a left-hand finish right there? It is 13-2 and not looking good for the Denver Nuggets. We see these in the scores sometimes when we look at the like throughout the day. You'll see like a quarter where a team scores 2 points or 0 points or whatever. I don't know that we've seen it before doing this where it's just been this abysmal of a quarter. But Denver has had a tough time getting anything going. They burned 2 timeouts and still can't come up with anything to help. Henderson does get the foul call, so he'll go to the line and go 2 for 2, and doubling their point total. 4-13. That's a bad NFL team record right there. Schroeder, Haywood. We're going to go with a screen. Maxi's going to have to take a deep 3. Nearly a shot clock violation. So good. It's kind of good defense by Denver, but it's also like a pretty terrible possession for Atlanta offensively. You could see, I believe it was Schroeder just moving back and forth trying to get someone to break, but it didn't work. Denver knocks down a nice 3 on the other end, and then Atlanta doesn't respond. But I guess that's what happens when you have your big guys on the bench. It's 13-7 after 1. Welcome back to the second quarter. Toronto Raptors had an excellent start to the game. Curious to see if Denver can get this any closer. Maxey, that's a long 2. Doesn't matter because it doesn't go. Wiggins comes away with the rebound and throws it to Henderson. Henderson pushing the pace, driving. I like the angle that he took there. Kind of almost like baited him toward the far sideline and then just able to get even, and he left to get the basket. 13-9. It was 13-2. So it was a 7-0 run here for the Denver Nuggets. Schroeder really has the ball in his hand a lot these last couple of possessions. They both led to empty possessions. I guess 2 of the last 3 possessions. He's going to get the foul and the bucket. Holy moly, Denver. Can't get the free throw to go. Oh, you got to make that. Alley-oop is good. Was that Gordon Hayward to Odie Toppin? So it's like that doesn't sound like a name that is correct, but Toppin I'm definitely confident on. Edwards drives inside, splits a couple of defenders. And Toronto is going to want to take a timeout, which is a smart timeout. The Nuggets are 5 of 9 on field goals. The Raptors 6 of 11. What was an 11-point lead is all of a sudden down to 2. Oh, here we go. The dance team's here. Oh, Melton driving the lane. I like the little step back too there. Rudy Gobert is not a guy you want to go one-on-one with down there. Take a little mid-range jumper, use the glass. Got to push that lead out a little bit, and it's a good start for them out of the timeout. Edwards gets his own miss. And there were like 3 Raptors in the area. Whew. Toppin working one-on-one. Finds a little bit of space and flips it up and good. I believe, or I'm still pretty sure that Al Horford hasn't touched the ball yet. Horford? I think I'm putting an extra letter in there. There's a nice bounce pass into Gobert. That's just too easy. That is good offense. I feel like we see a lot of bad defense from teams in this game rather than what that was, which was an excellent pass on the inside. Gave him the opportunity to get the correct positioning. Easy bucket. Melton to Maxey. Horford's going to set a screen. Maxey's going to drive inside. Throws up a 2, but it doesn't go. Like that hit the back iron and bounced out. Tyrese Maxey not having a great game. He has 1 assist, 1 of 6 from the field, and only 2 points. Last time that they pointed that out for a team, they were able to pick it up. I believe it was Paul George. He ended up with the most points on his team at the end of the game. Quick release 3 doesn't go. Wiggins driving inside. And Horford's going to pick up his first personal foul. That's the first time we've called his name. First time we were like, hey, it's Al Horford. And then they're like, oh, don't worry, it's because he's got a foul. First basket is good. So we see some substitutions. Second free throw is good and knots us up at 19. See if the Raptors want to go back to Bam Adebayo. He's had a really good first half. Been on the bench here a lot in the second quarter. He's going to go one-on-one with Gobert. He'll draw the foul and go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw gives them the lead back. And the second free throw puts it out by 2. Okay, Denver calls yet another timeout here in the first half. Rudy Gobert, 12.9 rebounds a game last season. Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Davis. It's fun to get a little peek. Some of the other players. Oh, there it is. LeVert, really nice job fighting through traffic. And good patience by the ball handler there to just hold and hold and hold until he was able to find that nice, easy shot. Schroeder has been a little too ball dominant in my opinion. No kicks to Horford. Horford! He gets the 3. That is an excellent shot for him. I believe his first touch of the game, maybe. Levert. Going to the basket. High off the glass. No good. Good job to get his own rebound in. A good job with Melton sticking with him there. I like that from both players. Got a switch. Adebayo for three. Gets his legs taken out from under him. But he is up and okay. Final seconds tick away here in the first half. Right into Markkanen. Markkanen's going to throw up a two, and he'll bury it right before the half, and it'll be a 1-point game heading into the break. 24-23. Really nice job by Denver to get themselves back in this game. Leads are not safe in these first two matchups. We'll see after the break. $100,000 shot. $100,000 shot. Why are they talking to him? He made 1 3. $100,000 shot. Wait, is it a mascot? Is it a mascot? Is it a mascot? Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Not a great angle. Can you get a replay of it, though? Here's a look at the Eastern standings. Again, because we had the Hawks and the Wizards. Would have loved to get a... Oh, do we have two West Coast teams? Two Western teams? Rockets, Spurs, I believe. Bulls, Grizz is East-West. We might get those Western standings because they're the home team. Top performer, Anthony Edwards, 9-3-1. Bam Adebayo, 11-4-0. Oh, they're taking it away. Don't take it away from us. There's Bam Adebayo. So then if you go instant replay, oh, that's it. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. What we need, and I'm telling you, 2K. Pay attention. Let me replay the halftime skit. That's a terrible angle. Either give me a better angle or let me use the replay function. I should have actually gone to look at when Adebayo had that awesome slam earlier, but wasn't thinking about it. Locked in on the game here. Raptors with the first possession of the second half. The rare Horford touch. Oh, that got blocked. That was not a good play by Maxey. It was a 1-on-2, and Adebayo was wide open. And Adebayo already made a 3 in this game. He doesn't have to take that shot necessarily, but just give him an opportunity to get out of that situation. Anthony Edwards, 9 points in the first half on 50% of field goal shooting. Denver grabs the lead off the 3. Poor offensive possession for Toronto last time. Murphy taking a little mid-range. Couldn't get it. Gobert comes up with the rebound. Nuggets, big favorites in, or big leaders in the rebounding category. Edwards in the corner. Sets the screen. He'll take a little step back, 2. Boy, that rattled all over the place and eventually drops. Denver has silenced this Toronto crowd and leads by 4. And Anthony Edwards, all 5 points for the Denver Nuggets here in half number 2. So quick timeout from the Raptors. Their second timeout of the game. I don't know why Adebayo looks so sad. Oh, because they're losing, that's right. Edwards, 14 points. Not a whole lot else going on there. Fast break points last season. Maxey. They're really trying to get him going, but he has not proven that he deserves that. Lost control of the ball, so he's able to dribble again. That time he can't dribble. Gets his way in just enough to get an angle and get a basket. Working around the screen. Horford just felt like kind of lost, but actually maybe baited him into that bad pass. Nice job knocking it away and getting the turnover. Maxey again, focal point of this Toronto offense. Can't get it to drop. Ugh. I think they need to be feeding Adebayo a little bit more. This offense for Toronto has looked pretty stagnant at times. Because it's been a lot of Maxey's, especially in the second quarter. It was like Schroeder had the ball a bunch and he was just kind of holding on to it. Maxey has had a lot of ball control. Murphy, that's a nice bounce pass. They're going to probably call it jump ball. Huh. Just a weird sequence of events. And Denver wins the tip. Long three for Denver, but nothing doing. They still only lead by 4. That's a nice... Huh. All of that... Oh, Adebayo went to Maxey. Maxey back to Adebayo. Kicks. Finds. Fires. 3! Denver taking yet another timeout. It's a great effort on both sides again on that play where the pass a little off, but a good job to read it, deflect it. Adebayo sticks with it, gets the loose ball back. I liked everything on that one. And it leads to 3 points for the Toronto Raptors, who now only trail by 1 with 1:35 to go here in the third quarter. We've seen 6 timeouts taken already in this game, which is wild. We only ever see 6 timeouts taken like late stages of the game. That's when we get to that 6th. It's a terrible pass. Markkanen in a nice position to get that one, but that was well short of the intended target. That's a nice pass, but not able to cash in on it. I should have put Denver in their old uniforms. We'll do more of that as the season rolls along. For Gordon Hayward inside. Haywood, excuse me. Hayward? Haywood. I can't remember. Kessler. Working against Adebayo. Adebayo keeps him out of the... Ooh, Henderson driving inside. Got Maxey all turned around somehow. That just seemed like a weird animation in favor of the Denver Nuggets. Schroeder flips it up, and that's the 3rd time that they have tried to go into the paint with some kind of pass to get Adebayo involved, and it's been turned over twice now on awful passes. Ugh, that was supposed to be like an alley-oop. It's just gross. On the other end, it's a foul. That'll send Wiggins to the line for 2. First one's good. 11.9 to go here in quarter number 3. Second free throw is good as well. So 3-point lead for Denver. What does Toronto do? Oh, could you want to try to throw it into the paint again for Adebayo, or no? Is it going to be Warren with an awful 3 over Kessler, or not Kessler, but Markkanen? It's that. It's an awful 3. Ugh, and we are heading to the fourth quarter. 34-31 in this one. This has been kind of a sloppy offensive game for the Toronto Raptors, but they're still in it. Back after this. Alright, so here we are back for the fourth quarter. Denver begins with the ball. Henderson's going to bring it up the floor. Edwards inside and a really nice jam. This is a Toronto team that looked terrific in the first quarter, but just has not been able to match really anything coming from that. I mean, they haven't even been on a good rhythm like of streakiness. They were up 13-2 at one point, but they couldn't even keep a little bit of that rhythm, a little bit of that momentum going into these later quarters. There's a nice find inside, and Kessler scores 2. 7-point lead for the Denver Nuggets, who apparently are just playing the you'll eventually run out of gas style of basketball. Does help when Maxey is having trouble getting going, but maybe that'll get him started. There isn't a very large deficit between the shots taken. A couple more makes on one fewer attempt. Some really bad turnovers by the Toronto Raptors, and that's been a problem as well. Denver's getting into the paint pretty easily. Denver Nuggets, 9 assists per game. They already have 10 tonight. It's a good timeout by Toronto. They're going to lose one of these timeouts at the 3-minute mark anyway, so take it before you lose them. Give you guys an extra moment to take a breath. What? Bounce pass to Maxey. Maxey again. He has so much time with the ball in his hand. He draws the foul there, so he'll at least get to go shoot 2 from the line. But Maxey definitely looks like a shoot first kind of guy. Which, like, I mean, I get it. But there are times where it's like, you gotta pass. Do something. So Gobert with Adebayo, who's been quiet. Don't know that that's exactly, like, credit to the Nuggets defense, or if it's just been poor design or bad ball handling by the Raptors. They have tried to get it to him in the paint, but it's just been really bad. Maxey again with the ball. He drives inside. That's a nice kick out there. Melton. Not a terrible look, but it doesn't go, so it doesn't matter. Still a 5-point game as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Edwards driving inside. Gets it off the glass and good. 18 points in 14 minutes for Anthony Edwards, shooting 67% from the floor. He's having himself a great game. There's Maxey. That's what you're looking for. He's going to draw the foul and get the bucket. Third personal foul on Rudy Gobert. Seems confused about the call, but looked like a foul to me. That'll knock that lead down to 4. Denver Nuggets, 24 points, both in the paint and off of an assist. So Ooh, that was a really big missed opportunity for Denver. Looked like Edwards was going to be pretty clear there. Okay. They're going to get a foul going the other way. The basket and the foul. Murphy now giving the official a little confused look there. I believe Mark Haken going to the line to finish off the three-point play. He does it, and a lead right back up to 7. 2 timeouts left for each team. 2-minute warning. Maxey. Now he's starting to get going, getting into a little bit of a rhythm. They need a good defensive stand. Oh boy, I said good defensive stand. You can't let Edwards in. Okay. A little too much juice on the back off of the back iron. Maxey again working with the ball. Horford giving him a... Oh, there it is. Horford for 3. He got it. He buries the little long range shot, and it's a 2-point game with 1:21 to go. Edwards, if he's even, he's leaving. Edwards has been on fire today. 20 of the 47 points for the Denver Nuggets. I feel like he was pretty quiet in that third quarter, but he also might have been on the bench for a bit of that time. He has been effective regardless. 47-43, 1:19 to go. Maxey working with the ball, driving inside. Kicks to Melton. Melton back to Maxey. Maxey flips it and nothing doing. Just a little too aggressive there, I feel. If you're going to kick it out, work around without the ball. Oh, and that's going to be an out of bounds. The baseline bandit. They're here. Stealing possessions away from the Denver Nuggets. At a critical point in this game, 52.7 to go. Sam Hauser, the Rockstar Rider. The top of that leaderboard down there. Maxey. Long 2, but can't get it to fall. See the intentional foul from Al Horford. Second. Horford. I don't know why I keep putting a T in there. I apologize. Al Horford, if you're watching this video, sincerest apologies. Oh, right. Okay. I like the foul by Maxey right there. I like that. Get him to go to the line to shoot 2. It is a bit of a weird situation where they did foul him and then they didn't. Okay. 1 for 1. Okay. So it was 2 points either way. 30.3 to go here. 6-point game. And they will take a timeout. Oh boy. Adebayo, nice job to get the offensive rebound. Don't know why you're trading 2 for 2 in this situation. What do you mean Pacers win series 116 to 44? What? That doesn't even make any sense. Oh, missed the front end. Okay, got the second one. No timeouts for Toronto. Maxey, you got to take a 3 there, bud. Oh, God. Oh. A Schroeder and Maxey led units. Really bad. You got the right guy on the line, apparently. Vanderbilt. He missed both. Bam Adebayo's got to bring it up a little bit quicker. Couldn't get the three to go, and Toronto's going to come up just short. In a game they led by 11, they fall by 5, 50-45. And that is just not great. Don't love what we saw from that offense. There's Ali LaForce. Dual sense level low. Oh no. Edwards, Anthony Edwards, your player of the game. Unsurprising, he was excellent in today's game. And a nice little run there at the end of the first quarter gave me hope that this was going to be a close game. We haven't had anything that's been a big blowout just yet. We've had, I mean, I guess so far the worst game that we've had is that Indiana-Detroit game. And even that one was like mildly interesting at times. Pretty, oh God, 5 for 17, only a couple of assists. 13 points for Maxey, 13 points for Bam Adebayo. Would like to see him be involved a little bit more. I do understand that in the second half they tried to get the ball to him, but it was just terrible passes inside. He was 5 for 7, 1 for 2 from deep. Horford was a perfect 2 for 2, both of them from beyond the arc, for 6 points. Had a steal. He was kind of just there. Toppin was 2 for 2 as well. He got a couple of assists on 4 and had 4 points today. Murphy, 1 of 2. Melton, 1 of 4. Not a whole lot going on. Dennis Schroeder, 0 for 1, but did score 2 points. Gordon Hayward, 2 points in 8 minutes. This was the Anthony Edwards show for the Denver Nuggets. Scored 20 points in 16 minutes. 8, 7, 6. That's 21 between these 3 guys combined. Pretty good shooting from those guys because that's 3, 6, 7 of 10. Not bad. 3 for 3 for Henderson. 1 for 1 for Wiggins. Ended up with 6 points. Good for him. Yeah, this is an offense that ran effectively through Anthony Edwards. It could look a lot like the Toronto Raptors offense could look if Edwards isn't on and nobody else gets going. These teams could be kind of hit or miss, I guess. Just like, oh man, hey, they looked really good today, or oh boy, they didn't look great. I do appreciate that I get virtual credits every time I watch a video or watch a game in this series. Let's see. Who we go? Where are we going? We're going to Memphis to check out. Why did I write the Heat? Pistons Heat. Oh, Pistons. Or the Heat hand the Pistons their first loss of the season. All right. Bulls, Grizzlies. Some new teams. Devin Booker. So get ready for our third game of the night. We're at FedEx Forum. This is a bonus. I love when we get these kinds of games. A couple of good teams, 2-1 for each of them. And we get a couple of new teams to showcase here in the video, which is always nice. We get ready here. Upcoming schedule for the Bulls versus the Magic at the Nets versus Jazz at Mavericks. Halliburton, Grant, Draymond Green, Tyrese Halliburton, and Devin Booker. Your key matchup between those two guys. Billy Donovan, 5th season with Chicago, record 401 and 320. Huh. D plus home court advantage. That is rough. The away team wins yet again. We are underway here in game number 3 of the afternoon, or whatever part of the day you're watching it. Grand with a nice loop around there to get on the board first. This Grizzly Stadium looks really weird because the stands don't go super far up the sides. Like you can see the concourse. Very weird. Booker for 3, and he gets it to go. Both teams taking good chunks of time off the clock. Deep into the shot clock before they get a good-looking shot off. Hard to argue with that. With a screen, Grant frees up. Fires for 3 and got it to go. So back-to-back threes for these teams. And it's 5-3 Chicago. Devin Booker getting off to a hot start. 5 straight points for him. We're all knotted up. Green trying to drive inside, but kicks out to Alexander Walker. Screen will set him up. Tries to work around, but good defense by the Memphis Grizzlies. Halliburton for 3. Rattles out, and it's Valanciunas with the rebound. Wiggins trying to drive inside. Looked like a good defensive rotation for the Chicago Bulls. Devin Booker gets free yet again, and I believe he has all 7 points. I was going to say, I thought, wow, what a time for that to show up. Made all NBA 3rd team. Good for him. Not what I thought we were going to see, but that's fine. Halliburton finds Sengun, and Sengun with a nice jam home. We are all knotted up at a touchdown apiece halfway through quarter number 1. That's a brutal noise in my headphones. Done with a lot of ball control here. The screen was kind of weird. I feel like maybe try to stick to your man a little bit closer. You don't have to like step back and like feel it out. Kind of gave him the room that he needed. Otherwise you were in great defensive position. Oh, Alexander Walker for 3. He can't get it to go. I thought it looked like they were going to try to free up one of the Bulls to drive to the basket. It was an open lane. That is a beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. And the Grizzlies get their first point scored by someone other than Devin Booker. NBA 2K23? Yeah, 23 cover athlete. Kobe was on 24. And obviously we have Jason Tatum on 2K25. Or Asia Wilson. Sabrina Ionescu on last year's cover. And then it was Taurasi and Sue Bird, I believe, on 23. Booker drives around, and that's just too easy. Devin Booker is on absolute fire. He is 4 for 4 with 9 points, including a shot from deep. Strong to the rim, and we see the, hey, that's on me. Chest tap. And an opportunity for the Bulls to tie the game from the line. Alexander Walker. Ooh, can't get it. Oh my goodness. He missed both free throws, and they leave Booker open again. Oh, Booker. That's his first miss, and it was a wide open look. Perhaps just rush that throw or that shot a little bit. Tries to drive through the lane, and another foul going to be called here. Second team foul, and as many trips down the floor for the Memphis defense. And number 0, we'll see if he can tie the game up. It's Tyrese Halliburton. First free throw is good. See some substitutions here. Halliburton goes 2 for 2, and we are all tied at 11. Oh, that's a nice shot off the screen. And a good job of using all of the clock, because the Bulls don't even get the shot off by the time the first quarter expires. We're all tied at 11, and for Memphis, it's been all Devin Booker. He has what, 9? 9 of the 11 points? More after this. Oh, there it is. Look at that mascot. Let's go. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. You can't do anything with that, can you? Dang it. Why could you watch the performances of like the timeouts in the previous games? Some of us just want to photograph the mascot, okay? Okay? We could how do we get Booker a little more in focus here? Subject? Oh, there we go. Well, you could open your eyes. There you go. Ooh, that's a nice pose right there. Look at that. Even with the Robin Hood ad and everything. Take that screenshot. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. Hide UI. There we go. Booker gets the ball to start the second quarter. Unsurprising with how good he was in the first quarter. Oh my gosh, he's going to try and stay on fire. That felt like a heat check 3. Fontecchio. Inside. Alvarado, I believe the name of that player. Oh, there's a nice 3 by the Memphis Grizzlies, and a nice job there. Just, you know what? You can take shots. Devin Booker doesn't have to be your entire team. Good for you. Way to put yourself first. Halliburton for 3, and he can't get it to go. Wiggins kicks to Booker. Booker shreds the defense and absolutely clobbers the rim there. Holy moly, we're going to get a replay on that. Okay. I guess we're not going to. I'll have to do it for you. I'll have to do it for all of you. Instant replay. I think this is how we get a thumbnail. You know? Can we get like a good posterizing? Oops, the ball. Was that good? Wait, hold on. Can you get it through the backboard? Oh, there's too much clutter in the way. That sucks. Oh, it's kind of nice. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We're cooking. I don't think we're cooking. Where do you go? What do you go? Square? Zoom out? Wait, can you wedge the camera right in here? No, you can't. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that qualifies as a poster. It's kind of... There it is. There it is. I mean, that's it. That's it. And that's how you do that. So he hits the basket and the foul. Everyone's favorite part of the episode, I'm sure, is when I go into a replay mode. Knocks down the shot, and it is the Devin Booker show. 17-11. I think at this point he actually is outscoring the Memphis Grizzlies. Or, excuse me, he's outscoring the Chicago Bulls. I forgot he was on the Grizzlies there for a second. Alvarado trying to work one-on-one against Booker. Booker turns him away. He'll look for Halliburton at the top. Work off the screen and kicks up the three. And gets it to go. So 17-14. Oh, I thought he had 14 points since last. That was on Saturday. Pretty good stat line, though. So 17-14 now after the timeout. Booker tosses up a two, and he is feeling it. He has 14 points after that two, so he had 12 when the Bulls had 11, and now they're tied. Devin Booker versus the Chicago Bulls. It's even. I think thankfully for us, we're getting a good Devin Booker game. We just talked about that with the last game where we saw Maxey not maybe play as well as he could have, and we saw Anthony Edwards play really well, and it's like, oh man, this is another team where they are just giving the ball to Devin Booker, and if he's not having a good game, this Memphis Grizzlies offense might look just awful. But we'll see. We'll see if we get an awful Devin Booker performance. It's bound to happen. You're not always going to be this hot. And Draymond Green draws the foul, and Booker will go to the line to shoot two. Oh. I call it, what, a technical? Or flagrant? Ooh. The Grizzlies will take the ball from the side. It is now Chicago 17, Devin Booker 15. I don't believe they've taken him off the floor. I don't think they can afford to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Devin Booker for three. No good. Sengun comes up with the rebound. Oh, and there is an attempted alley-oop. Like, three Grizzlies went up to block that ball. They did a pretty good job to get to it, but oh my god. Draymond Green, you can't leave him that open. Why did he throw that? Why did he pass that? Well, that whole situation was weird. I don't understand what happened with any of that. It didn't make any sense. Porter looking for Booker. Booker. I see him to go up. He's going to have to throw up a shot right at the end of the shot clock. A little too strong off the back iron. It's 20-19. Memphis leads. Fires inside, and the Bulls get the lead at 21-20. Draymond Green. And ever since Booker missed that first free throw, he did make the second one. He's been a little... He hasn't been quite as hot. Not going to be... Oh, my God. Okay, well, all right. Just stop it. 18 points this quarter, or 18 points tonight, excuse me, 9 points in the quarter. We're going to get a timeout from the Chicago Bulls, who are essentially losing single-handedly to Devin Booker. He doesn't have 21, he has 18. They technically lead by 3. But he is doing everything he can for this team. He's having a heck of a night so far. League leaders for blocks a game last season. Grizzlies at 6.1. One more X button to push. (23-21). Grant working one-on-one, trying to find a little bit of space, but the defense holds. Off the screen, and that's a nice play. That's exactly what you want. Nice, easy basket. Draymond Green getting him involved. We're all tied at 23. Dunn drives, gets the foul. A little too strong on the shot, but does at least get an opportunity to shoot 2 at the line. Dunn makes the first. And makes the second. So 25-23 here, second quarter of our third game. Yeah, one more coming up for you. Rockets, Spurs. An undefeated team versus a winless team. Will it remain that way? Dunn trying to drive the length of the floor, but the defense had like half a step on him and able to wall him off. So he backs it out, throws into Wiggins. Wiggins backing him down. Draymond comes over to help, which means that there was an open guy somewhere. Still a nice offensive play as he's able to drain the 2. 27-23. Green into Grant. Grant up over the defender. Valanciunas. Devin Booker doesn't take the shot, which is, I mean, kind of fair. He was way back there, but with how hot he's been, why not throw it up and see what happens? 27-23 at the half. $100,000 shot. Oh, come on. Wait, what do we got? What do we have here? Pumping up the crowd. Oh, what? We didn't even get to watch it. Ah, oh, come on. I didn't even hit a button. Halftime show. Player of the week, Luka Doncic. 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Eastern Conference Player of the week. Devin Booker. That posterization. Devin Booker, unsurprisingly, your top performer, 18-1-1. Tyrese Halliburton, 10-1-1 for the Bulls. Even match as we move into the second half. 27-23. Oh, what? They just hyped up the crowd to take the trampolines off the floor? Boo. Not you, Devin Booker. You're balling out of your mind. Took a look at the highlights of Devin Booker, which is basically the entire Grizzlies offense. They are going to need a little bit more distribution. He can't carry this team by himself. I do think it's a good matchup that favors him, because Chicago hasn't been able to get like a ton going offensively. They have been able to get Draymond Green involved a little bit. Wiggins for 3. That's a nice shot and a good start for the Memphis Grizzlies. Halliburton finds Green, who nice bounce pass to Grant. Alexander Walker. I like that play from the Bulls. They did a good job to use a bunch of screens, try and get a free look at a 3. They found it. It's like a personal foul for Draymond Green. And Booker will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. Lead up to 8. Ooh, that one rattled out. So Booker's been good from the floor throughout this entire game, but free throw line's giving him a little bit of trouble here and there. Quick strike offense for the Chicago Bulls, and they are now down by only 6. Portis Jr. fires inside. Booker just stepped out of bounds. The second time we've seen the baseline bandit today. It's a pass that just led him a little too close to the boundary. Steps out, and it's a 6-point game. Draymond Green. He'll throw it in. Oh, Green thought about it. Nice screen. Frees up Alexander Walker. He can't get the 3 to go. Tipped by Valanciunas and picked up by Porter Jr., I believe is the name I read. Another pass deep into the deep end of the court. It was again right near the baseline. Chicago's able to cut the lead down to 4. So Memphis will take a timeout. 3:17 to go here in the third. We'll welcome the dance team onto the floor. Would not be surprised to see that Booker played 20 minutes in this game. He might have been off the floor actually the last couple of possessions. But he has been all over this game. Grant goes strong to the hoop. Can't get the basket to drop, but does draw the foul on Porter. So 2 from the line coming up. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good as they get the friendly roll. 31-29. Wiggins driving inside. Really long hold on that ball. Able to stick with it, knock it off the glass, and drop the bucket. 33-29. Halfway point of the second quarter. Halliburton, he kicks for 3. Valanciunas comes up with the rebound. A lot of little stutter step footwork there from Dunn on the Memphis side. One of these teams needs to slow it down just a touch. I didn't love either of those last 2 possessions. Green throws it, and that's just an awful pass. Valanciunas was in the perfect position. Dunn bounce pass behind the back. I guess not bounce pass, but just a dribble around the back. Draws the foul. They'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is up and good, so Memphis stretching that lead back out to 5. Second free throw is good. 35-29. Halliburton with a spin move. Looked like he actually had a step on it, and that's going to be a hard foul from Valanciunas. Second personal, second team foul. And Sengun's going to go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. It's been a battle of the stripe the last couple of possessions. Okay, sorry, Sengun, please. And both free throws are good. So Valanciunas kind of a... It's an inconsequential foul. They got 2 points regardless. And nobody gets fouled out with the quarters being so short. You can probably turn that down a little bit. Oh, why did he do that? It didn't matter. They got the 2, but it looked like Topic had the step. We might actually have a Devin Booker-less Memphis Grizzlies lineup on the floor here. Maybe for the rest of this third quarter. This has to be... Oh, nice job by Sengun to fake out Valanciunas, get him in the air, and Porter was not able to rotate around. See if Chicago can attack this team. Five on the shot clock. Topic taking it from the top of the key. He can't get it. Sengun comes away with the rebound. Alexander Walker. He threw to Halliburton a couple of seconds too late there. Oh, that screen's going to free up Halliburton, who buries the three to cut the lead down to 1. It was a good job by Chicago to exploit a Memphis Grizzlies team that doesn't have Devin Booker out there. If you're Memphis, I think you just need to survive the last 30 seconds, give him a break so we can give you a full run in the fourth quarter. Of course, it is an 82-game season. Topic off the glass and good. It's a nice offensive play there. Field goal's interesting, 16 to 15. Grizzlies have one more shot and one more make than the Bulls. Halliburton trying to drive, holding for the final shot. He stepped out of bounds. The baseline bandit strikes again. And that is unfortunate because that was an opportunity for Chicago to try and cut that down to 1 point. We see some big substitutions here. And Devin Booker. 3/4 court. Oh. And that'll do it. I guess a good opportunity to bring your starters back out for one quick possession and get a quick rest before the fourth starts. 39-36. It's been a good one here in Memphis. State Farm assist of the game. That was the assist of the game? I don't think we've seen those throughout the... There were probably some great assists of the game. I might have accidentally skipped it. There were some great assists in that the first game. So the Bulls do get the ball first here in the fourth quarter. Opportunity to tie or at least cut it down to a 1-point lead. Halliburton, that looks like a 3, but it doesn't matter because it's no good. Don't like that possession. Booker's on the floor, already trying to shred the defense. A couple of guys collapsed on him and not able to get the basket to go. Aldama? Ooh, I thought that was going to drop, but I think it was a quarter of the way down and then just the basket just threw it up. Free throws 4 for 5 for the Grizzlies, 2 for 4 for the Bulls. That seems incorrect. I guess maybe that to the flagrant or whatever. The weird free throws that Ball took. I guess those don't count. One for 1? Or what? Makes the front end was what I was trying to say. I don't know why that came out as 1 for 1. Knocks down both halves. And it's 39-38. Booker gets it to go. It's a 2-pointer, about a step inside the 3-point line, and it's 41-38. 21 points, 8 in the paint for Devin Booker. The Bulls have taken the lead against him individually, but they still find themselves down 3. Halliburton kicks to Reed. Reed with a really nice dunk there. Great assist. That could be the assist of the game. And I'm okay with the Bulls, trading 2 for 2 here. Obviously, plenty of time left here in the fourth quarter. But I like that they're not super worried about the tie at the moment. We're going to get a violation, an offensive 3-second violation. That's a bad time for that. This is an opportunity for the Bulls to take the lead. We'd have to hope that the ticker down there gives us the... Halliburton. Oh no, the alley-oop has not been there today for most teams. Murray quickly bringing it up the floor, but slows it down and finds Stewart. Stewart back to Murray. Booker in the corner. Step back. 2. Got it. 43-40. 15 minutes. 23 points. He'll top out 16 minutes, it looks like. So we top out at 19, 18, 19, somewhere in there. Depending on how the minutes break down. Which means he was all over the floor. Oh, wow. Friendly bounce for Chicago. Field goal 60% for the Bulls, 57% for the Memphis Grizzlies. Fires across, and Booker for 3. He doesn't get it to go. I do like the catch and shoot, even if there's a defender in the area. Alexander Walker for 3. He can't get it to go. Oh, Booker driving inside in the paint, gets the basket and the foul. Second personal foul for Reed. Booker pumps his chest, or pounds his chest, and it's 45-42. MVP chance rained down as the free throw is made to complete the three-point play. It is 46-42 with 2:08 to go in the game. Halliburton, he had a lane. Oh, that's one of the more frustrating things to see here in NBA 2K25 is what looked like a very clear path to the basket and then just hesitation, stops at the free throw line. Memphis taking over here a little bit. 5 straight points, all by Devin Booker. And it's weird that he waited for that. So Halliburton drove the ball with the defender there, able to work some magic to get the ball down, but the Bulls don't take advantage of a very open lane on the previous possession. Color me confused. Memphis takes a timeout. 1:49 to go, and they're up by 4. Oh, Portis Jr. gets it to rattle home. I like that they're trying some of those cool camera angles, even when it doesn't work. Halliburton driving inside. One-on-one with Booker and gets the best of that. Halliburton on 7 of 12 has 19 points. The rest of the team has 27 on 10 of 17. Not quite the split that you would think it would be. And Booker again getting fouled. Halliburton picks up his first personal, second team foul. Seven-point lead for Memphis. There's Halliburton. That's what you wanted to see a couple of possessions ago. Wide open lane. They'll give you the 2. I'd like to see the Bulls look for one good defensive stand here. Wiggins driving inside, danced around a bit there. And they got the rattle out that they needed. Probably try to go for 3 here, if you can. Oh, kick out to Green. Green! Draymond, big 3! Ho-ho! 47.6. And you still don't have to foul here. 53-51. We set up for a fantastic finish here. Is Devin Booker about to put the dagger? Yes. It's not really a dagger, but... oh, they have been getting some of those friendly rolls. The Bulls have gotten a couple of nice bounces in their favor as well. But I like that Chicago didn't foul. They still don't really have to as long as there's time on the shot clock. They can come up with a good look. Like they did last time. I mean, they found Draymond Green for a wide open three. Key it in. Taking a while to get that going. Halliburton. Okay, a little mid-range jumper. I like that one. That would make a little bit more sense. Valanciunas still clogging the lane there. I don't think obviously you don't have to intentionally foul immediately. See if you can force... oh boy. Oh boy. Booker got around Halliburton quite easily. He is just hitting every button on the controller. Trying to drive inside. Halliburton, Booker. Halliburton wins that round tie, and it's a 2-point game. 10 seconds to go. Chicago had a timeout, but they didn't use it. Halliburton drives inside, kicks to Green. 3 on the game clock. Green for the win. Didn't get it to go. Oh. Memphis survives. I don't know why you don't take a timeout there. I have no idea why. Wow. 55-53. Terrific game between the Grizzlies and the Chicago Bulls. Also, while they were chanting MVP, I was reading the ticker down at the bottom. It's a good thing we didn't watch that Cleveland Cavaliers game on accident because they only scored 20 points. What a game, though. What a performance. I don't know why they're not. Maybe they don't have any clips of Devin Booker. What? Player of the game, Devin Booker. Unsurprising. He was incredible, and Halliburton did a good job, especially there at the end. I mean, it kind of feels like, can you limit the damage Devin Booker's going to do to you? But, I mean, Halliburton had a heck of a defensive stand against him right at the end. Just wasn't quite enough. 19 minutes for Devin Booker, 32 points on 12 of 20. Pretty good. 2 for 6. 2 of 6 from deep. 1 turnover. Had an assist and a rebound. Wiggins... pretty okay line. 3 for 5. Had 5 assists, a couple of rebounds. 7 points for Portis. 4 for Dunn. 3 for Strother. Topic. Oof. Dunn had 4 points, but 0 for 3. So he 4 for 4 for 4 free throws. They were 10 for 12. All the free throws taken by Dunn or Booker. As for the Bulls, Tyrese Halliburton had 23 on 9 of 14. 3 of 7 from deep. Grant, not too shabby. A couple of assists there for him. A rebound, 3 of 5 with a 1 from deep. Draymond Green was 4 for 5. He had assist, 3 rebounds. Did have a turnover. 9 points. Sengun had 6. Couple of field goals, and I'm guessing a couple of free throws. Yes. Alexander Walker, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on a 1 of 5 shooting. Not great. A couple of points from Reed and Aldama as well. So Halliburton, he put up 23, but Devin Booker put up 32. Otherwise, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about with these teams. Though there were some guys who had some good shot selection. They were 3 for 3. They're 4 for 5. That's what you want to see. Yes, please save my 475 credits. I appreciate it. I'll be able to buy so many packs at the end of the season. Maybe that'll be the final episode. Just how many packs can we buy with the credits that we got from the thing? We have a pretty good matchup. Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler. Hard to argue that. The 2-0 Spurs take on the 0-3 Rockets as we get set for the final game of the day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Good opportunity to subscribe and ring the bell if you'd like to see more. Tuesdays, right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. welcome you. Oh, God. Oh, we welcome you to San Antonio. Andy Cortez, I'm sure, in attendance. The 2-0 Spurs taking on the 0-3 Rockets. I like the detail of the people on the court. The commentators like on the court. The Warriors are 0-3. The Rockets will be playing the Spurs again in 4 short games. We are the 6th man. We just heard that in Memphis. Jason Tatum and Williams, your key matchup today. Home court advantage is a C for the Spurs. It's interesting. Oh my goodness, what a quick score. Bopped right off that man's face at the end there too. It's interesting, like, taking a look at, you know, realizing how many cool uniforms there are. Like, you have the Spurs, you have the Grizzlies that I really like. The Nuggets aren't my favorite, but I do like the Raptors purple. Hawks and Wizards, I guess, would probably be my least favorite, though the Hawks do have some very nice jerseys from the 70s, so it's kind of hard to argue with that. So San Antonio off to a quick start. And they're going to try for 3. Bradley Beal brings it up the floor for Houston off the miss. He's going to find Garland. Garland with a nice move to get it off the glass and tie the game at 2. Oh, Butler. Oh, my goodness. Thought Butler was going to do 2 different things there. I thought he was maybe going to take the 3. Thought he was going to drive to the basket. Instead, he took the weird mid-range jumper. It doesn't go, but the Rockets are robbed of a possession by the baseline bandit. And we are seeing more of that for some reason in the last 3 games here. Just took a step too far out. Oh, Butler going inside. Hey, I like that. Do you think Jimmy Butler would get along with Greg Popovich? Something about it, like, I wouldn't be surprised either way, I guess. Like, if you told me, like, oh man, Jimmy Butler and Greg Popovich were, like, best of friends, I'm like, okay. And if you told me that they hated each other, okay. Jason Tatum, all NBA first team last season. Butler's going to get the screen, draw the double team, and find Paletti. Looking for something there, but can't find the bottom of the basket. Garland working with the ball. A little surprised to not see the ball more consistently in Tatum's hands. And right as I say that, there he gets a shot off, but it is a little bit long and no good. A bit of a slow start for both teams. Fred VanVleet. Jimmy Butler driving inside. Like a little left-hand finish there off the glass. And it's 6-4 San Antonio. Beal to Bogdanovich. Touch pass and back. Ooh, motion and contact screens, whatever they were doing was working. Wide open 3-point look for Jason Tatum, and he buries it to give Houston the lead. 7-6, and we'll see a quick timeout by San Antonio. Yeah, maybe not a quick timeout, but we'll see a timeout once they get past half court. They find themselves down. Let's hear it. Oh, is that Markelle Fultz or So Popovich, he already substituted out a good chunk of his starting lineup in the first quarter. Butler backs him down, goes high off the glass, can't get it to go. Tries to get the rebound, but falls into the hands of the Houston Rockets. Quickly. Now to Johnson. I guess Houston made a substitution as well. Johnson thought about it, but Butler right there forces the bad pass and the turnover. Williams going coast to coast, but a little too strong. Man with the offensive board and gets it to go off the glass. 8-7 San Antonio. Touch over a minute to go here in quarter number 1. Tatum buried. Defender in his face did not matter. 8 points, 3 of 5. And he has a couple of threes already in this one. He is 80% of the Houston Rockets offense, and he has matched the score of the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, another one of those trying to get the quick pass inside. They get it to Tatum. Tatum fights through some contact and a little finger roll inside. It's hard to believe that this Houston Rockets team is winless so far. Obviously very early in the season. But Butler, 3, no good. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Spurs. Bagley Jr. must have been the last one to touch it. Last man to touch the ball. Van Fleet. Finds inside for Washington, and Washington does a nice job to get the basket. 6.2. We'll see what the Rockets want to do. Garland will run it up the floor. Plenty of time. Doesn't have to take too deep of a 3, but he's going to end up taking a pretty deep 3, and he doesn't get it. There's a look at Pop as we are through 1 here in San Antonio. Jason Tatum's gotten off to a hot start. The Spurs are keeping it close. I can't remember what the score is after 1. Or was it 12-8? Why are they not showing me the score? 12-10. 12-10. So the Dodgers are going to win the World Series, huh? 12-10 as we are here for the start of the second quarter. Houston will start with the ball in quarter number 2. Going to be interesting to see how this team works without Jason Tatum on the floor. Who's their go-to guy? Wagner was calling for it, but didn't need it. Darius Garland. Don't worry. They just threw a 1 in front of the 0. And they're still going to crush it from deep. 15-10. Van Fleet working around the screen. Broke some ankles on his way to the basket. It's kind of a nice adjustment there to try and like lay it in left-handed, but couldn't get it to go. Quickly fights through some contact, but Green stands tall and forces a little bit of action there. Or forces the miss. Washington, he'll try a 3. That'll rattle home, and it's 15-13. We are going to see a timeout by the Houston Rockets. So I don't really like what they're seeing here, and I don't see why you would need to take a timeout. I guess if you're bringing in more players, or your starters, I guess that makes more sense. But I mean, you have the lead. You've had a couple of good looks. I don't even see Tatum back on the floor. Bogdanovich going around the back, and hey, draws the foul. Green did a good job to stay straight, not get the foul called on him and affect the shot previously down the court, but does get called for the foul on that go around. And Bogdanovich will shoot 2. First one's good. Bradley Beal coming in for the Houston Rockets. As the second free throw falls. Lead back out to 4 for Houston. Spin by Williams. Kicks to Nembhard. Hands off to Fleet. Nembhard's had a couple of decent looks at threes, it looks like. From the Texas logo. Buries the shot. The Spurs have put up 4 more shots, but only 1 additional make. Rockets are 6 for 10. Wagner threw it immediately to Green. I mean, directly to Green. That is... wow. Way to be where the ball was going to be. And a good job by Van Fleet to reward him with a try at the basket. But Bogdanovich is going to pick up a personal foul. That'll leave Green to the line. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is a friendly home roll if I've ever seen it. Substitution. Neesmith coming in. Misses the second free throw. So a 1-point advantage for the Houston Rockets. Garland to Neesmith. Neesmith. Seen a couple of guys go down on shots where defenders are collapsing in. No foul calls on that. I don't know if that's still like a thing that they're worried about. I would assume that they are. Van Fleet, a little step back drop there. I think you can start to see why Houston might be 0-3 and why San Antonio is 2-0. San Antonio feels like they're playing really good team basketball, whereas Houston is really struggling without Jason Tatum on the floor. That's a nice play. Beal to Wagner. Houston back on top, 19-18. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Van Fleet, oh my goodness, how did he not take that shot? A little extra pass action there for Williams. I mean, he got him up and out of the way. Drive to the basket. I mean, even have to drive, just like lean in. Oh, there was an open man because they collapsed on defense. That's a big 3. Bradley Beal knocking it down. 22-18. We're going to see a timeout from San Antonio. Looks like Butler's going to come back into the game. Sensational. Butler back on the floor with Fultz. Tatum back on the floor as well. Butler driving dangerously close to the baseline. And a beautiful fall away 2 there. 6 points. Everything from the mid-range from Jimmy Butler tonight. I say all that about how these teams are looking, you know, kind of looking their record at times, but Houston does have the lead here. Has gone back and forth a little bit over the last couple of minutes. But it's been a good game so far. Nembhard backing him down. Trying to find something, but gets out of there before a 3-second offensive violation is called. He's going to draw the foul. Butler is on the way to the basket. Bogdanovich is going to pick up his second personal. 40.6 in the half. Butler looking to cut this lead in half. Does the first 50% good. The second 50% is good as well, 24-22. Garland driving inside. Nice little, like, hesitation move. Held on to that ball as long as he possibly could. Got a nice bounce off the glass. Still a 4-point game, Nembhard. And that is another foul. Jason Tatum gonna pick up the shooting foul. Spurs getting a lot of looks from the line. 3 for 4 so far. And he does his job from the line. 26-24, 18.9 to go. Good job by the Spurs to just take advantage of the opportunities they're getting from the line. Tatum beats him off the line basically, and in for a nice easy 2. Van Fleet kicks it to Williams. Williams. Oh, I kind of like that as a shot for 3, but couldn't get it to go. So Tatum and the Rockets up by 4, 28-24. We'll be back after the half. $100,000 shot, $100,000 shot, $100,000 shot. It's just the boring t-shirt cannons. Boo! Alright, we'll try to skip through halftime as quickly as we can. As we do. Some highlights that we don't care about. Around the league. I don't know what. Those games are already done. Jason Tatum 12-0-0. Jimmy Butler 8-0-0. An evenly matched first half. Who needs assists or anything else? Take a look at some Jason Tatum highlights. Actually, we're skipping some Jason Tatum highlights. I didn't mean to do that intentionally. We're ready for third quarter action. Garland will bring the ball up. Ooh, a 3 from Garland. A little too strong off the back iron. It'll be Spurs moving with pace. Jimmy Butler to Williams. Williams back to Butler. He's going to try and drive inside off the glass and good. San Antonio's done a good job at getting within, like, to 2. Like a 2-point deficit. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. The last couple of times they've tried. Lee Garland open for 3. Doesn't get it. Second attempted 3 of the half for the Rockets already, and they are 0 for. Van Fleet's going to drive inside, challenge 2 men. And that is going to be enough to tie the game. Good job by Van Fleet. It's like a very tricky shot, getting it up over all those hands and just hoping that it'll drop. So 28 all. Slow start for the Rockets here. Bogdanovich going to try a 3, and the Rockets are not doing well. Butler from the free throw line can't get it to go. Bodan Bogdanovich. Oh boy. Oh boy. We might need a timeout here, folks. What are we doing? Bradley Beals has 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Butler bounce pass out to Williams. Williams, hey, uses the screen effectively, and that's a 7-0 run to start the half. That's the Rockets with a good timeout there. Got to try and stop this roll from the Spurs and try to figure out what in the heck is going on with their team. It was 28-24 and is now 31-28 with nearly 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. I don't love what the Rockets have been doing. They're just jacking up threes. 2 by Garland, 1 by Bogdanovich. See what they have here. Oh, there's a nice little find for Beal. There you go. Houston's first points come 2 minutes into the third quarter. Well, first points of the second half. Not obviously they had 28 points earlier, but Butler for 3. Got it. Whew. In and out and around and finally dropped 34-30. Oh, Tatum. It's a good look at a 3 for Tatum, but he can't get it to go. 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second half. Williams inside, guarded by Tatum. Tatum gives enough pressure to alter the shot. Throw it forward to Beal. Tatum. Fast-moving third quarter. Tatum kind of doing a little too much there. Again, you'd like to see him just kind of crash toward the basket. We end up with these weird mid-range funk shots that are just don't feel like they're high percentage. They don't feel like they're high quality shots. High quality shots. All right. Spurs back with the ball. A couple of nice timeouts to try and get the other team out of a groove. I think it worked for the Rockets. We'll see if it'll work for the Spurs. And they're going to draw a foul. Johnson fouls Butler. Butler will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's good. And the second free throw is good. There's no way you can have the Mario power-up sound. What is happening? Tatum trying to work in the paint. Spins. Up. Got him off his feet. And just a little too strong off the back iron. Nice defense there. Van Fleet for 3. And he can't get it to go. Houston, slow it down here. Okay, or not. Johnson for 3. He got it, so what do I know? Freaking nothing. 36-35. Kick to Van Fleet. He'll try a deep 2, and he'll get it to go. So Van Fleet knocks it out to 3-point lead. Oh, Tatum. That didn't look good. That left his hand and it looked bad. Oh, Williams, excuse me. Nobody had, everybody had him, so nobody had him. And just way too easy getting to the basket. San Antonio doing a nice job. They might have the best distribution of points that we've seen. There was a good team earlier in the game. 3-pointer for Beal is good. And that cuts the lead down to 2 with 18.1 to go here in the third. I forget exactly which team it was. But there was actually, as I was saying, I was like, oh, there was a team that played pretty well. A little more spread out. But last couple of games, it feels like it's been like one dude. Butler at the buzzer. Gets it to go. 42-38. as we end the third quarter. Been an evenly matched back and forth game between these two teams. See if the Rockets can pick up their first win of the season after this. Welcome back for the fourth quarter. State Farm assist of the game, and it's a pretty good one. Fred VanVleet's been good here in the second half. Granted, it's only one quarter, but I guess I should point out he just had a nice third quarter. Washington drives and kicks to Williams. Nemhard. Bounces it off the iron a little too strong as he hit that back rim. Beal one-on-one driving inside. Ooh, gets the friendly roll. Baited like he was going to go to the basket. Defender over pursued. A little step back from the Texas logo. Nails the two. Inside to Fultz. Fultz off the glass and good. San Antonio, 12 assists a game. They have 10 tonight. They are ninth in the NBA average so far. Season very early. Beal deep two, gets it to fall. It just feels like the Rockets at certain points during the game as well, the Spurs were just kind of trading 4-point lead, 2-point lead, 4-point lead. Can they get over the hump? They don't have Jason Tatum, who I don't think was much of a factor there in the third quarter. Hand off to Washington. Looks for Fultz. The shot clock winds down. Fultz is going to have, oh my goodness, very nearly a shot clock violation. I thought Fultz was going to take it right around the free throw line, but instead got rid of the ball. There's a nice kick inside, and Wagner comes up with a big slam, and it is 44 all with 3:19 to go in this one. Wow. VanVleet drive it inside from the free throw line, rattles out. Beal fires it forward to Garland. Garland with nobody near him. Oof, that was just very poorly defended on the Spurs side. That gives the Houston Rockets a lead, 46-44. Butler looks for VanVleet. Screen set. Oh my goodness, what a roll. What a friendly bounce. We approach 2 minutes to go here in the game. We'll set a screen there. Bagley looking for something, but not a whole lot doing. Beal takes the three, it's no good, and Paletti comes up with the rebound. Williams up the floor, 47-46 at that 2-minute mark. Inside to Butler. Butler off the glass and good. 5 straight points for the Spurs. A little streak of 6 for the Rockets. A little streak of 5 for the Spurs. Drives inside and gets it to go. Jason Tatum. 16 points, 10 in the paint. And it's a 1-point game with 1:40 remaining. Oh, can't leave VanVleet open like that, but a little bit lucky for the Houston Rockets, who are going to drive quickly down the floor. Tatum follows his miss and gets it to go. Quick 4 points from them, and they're up 50-49. Back and forth we go. Jason Tatum was kind of just standing there. Almost like his AI was broken. Then Van Fleet tried to pass the ball but threw it into a defender. That was a very weird sequence of events. It looked like the Tatum AI was broken until Van Fleet ran into him, and then they tried to throw the ball, hit a guy's leg or butt. Weird sequence of events, but the Spurs come away with the points. 51-50. We have a timeout by Houston. 62 seconds to go. Tatum with all kinds of coverage, doesn't matter. Step inside the three-point line. It swings from a one-point deficit to a one-point lead for the Houston Rockets. See a timeout from San Antonio. 50.6 to go. Van Fleet had an excellent second half. Let's see if he can continue it here. Got Garland off balance. He couldn't hold on to the ball. Fights through a bunch. A little bit of a block there by number 3. Might be Bradley Beal. Garland's going to bring the ball up. Doesn't need to go too quickly here. Houston needs to settle down. They can waste 14 more seconds or give Tatum the opportunity, but he misses the shot. Oh, that saves the San Antonio Spurs. Both teams with one timeout. 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Couldn't get it. Tatum comes up with the ball and hands it to Garland, who was intentionally fouled. 15.9 seconds to go. And quickly intentionally fouled. Jimmy Butler takes his first personal foul. Tatum will go to the line to shoot 2. Oh my goodness, he misses the front end. Oh boy. He almost missed them both. San Antonio takes a timeout, their final timeout with 15.1 seconds to go. 53-51. No lead seems safe unless you're the Indiana Pacers, at which point, don't worry about it. Van Fleet with the ball. Working inside, back out. He might just hold for the final three-pointer. It's one-on-one. Oh, we got by Garland. The shot is up. It's no good. He couldn't get the shot to go. How did he miss that? It was just him dancing around with the ball, but he couldn't get the shot to drop. Oh, the free throw is up and good, and this will put it away for the Rockets. The Rockets will pick up their first win of the season. So congratulations to them. The Spurs had the chance. As Van Fleet throws up a shot to pad his stats. Wow. What a wild game. I can't believe he missed that shot. Like, wow. Jason Tatum, unsurprisingly, your player of the game. He was excellent. I'm going to take a look at his breakdown between the first and the second half, because he was a huge factor in the first half, but in the second, I think he was either off the floor or just didn't get a whole lot going there. Maybe it was more balanced than I thought. We'll take a quick look at the box score. Spurs, led by Jimmy Butler with 19 points, 7-12 from the field. Van Fleet was 4 for 12 and really should have been 5 for 12. I can't believe he missed that last one. Really helpful, 4 assists, and I forgot to look at some of these other things because I like the points responsible for being 17. Williams had 13 points. What is it accounted for? responsible. Points responsible for, he had 9, 5 for Washington. Nemhard had 2, as did Politzel? Man, Fultz. The Rockets, Jason Tatum had 21 at games in. Beal looked good as well. He was 5 of 7, 9 of 16. It's not too shabby, but 12 points for Beal, 11 for Garland, and then it's a pretty steep drop-off between everybody else. Though Wagner was 2 for 2, there is that positive. Let's take a look. Second half, 9 minutes in the second half, 9 points. 7 in the fourth quarter for Tatum. He was not really doing a whole lot in the third. First half, he had 12. So a little more balanced than I realized. But he came alive when he needed to in the fourth, and that's what matters. 21 points for Jason Tatum, and they get a 55-51 victory. Their first victory of the season. And that will do it. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed. I have a good time making it, and I hope you have a good time watching it. We'll be back next Tuesday with another installment of random rosters here inside of NBA 2K25. For more, you can subscribe right over here. You can ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. The 2K playlist is right here. And then, I guess, Backyard Baseball is up here. The random rosters playlist will be right over there. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. Go Sports. Good game. Goodbye. Have a great rest of your night. Day. What? Bye.